Well, here is the final episode, and I thought it only appropriate that I be sitting in my truck since I recorded so many videos in my truck. I've been getting a lot of emails about where I'm at, about if I made it home, if I didn't, and all that kind of good stuff. And so I really debated even creating another video. I know I haven't made one in a while, but I felt a certain obligation to go ahead and kind of summarize the trip up. I did make it back. It was getting to be old. It was getting to be rough. What a horrible experience in many ways, and then in many ways an incredibly great experience because of what I learned and what I saw. A few things that I learned, or maybe not even learned, but rather that was confirmed, is that people are people, and at the bottom core, we have kind of a nasty nature, and people can be exceptionally selfish. It seems like the people that are out there, a lot of really, really selfish people and people that are in positions to really help people, I think it's almost more of a job than it is a real heart to help people. On top of that, I think the people that do have a heart to help, because there's so much crazy stuff going on in our world, people are really afraid to really help anybody because who knows who those people really are. And so I think it creates a community or an environment that is really selfish and really self-concerning. Most of the churches, again, I couldn't even tell you how many churches I visited. Most of them, again, smaller churches, there's no one there during the week. Larger churches, you have to schedule an appointment 2 weeks out. And I didn't find things to be super helpful. Obviously there's a lot of community programs out there for homeless people. But my approach was always I wanted spiritual help. And I don't feel like I ever really got that. To the extent that I would have liked to. Obviously there were some places that were very good, very helpful, very encouraging. So again, that's not across the board, but in a general sense it is. While I was gone, a friend of mine here, he kind of took advantage of me, and I just kind of thought, who do you really count on? I tell you what, the real good friends that you have and your family, cherish those people above all else. Cherish them, love them, care for them, because those are really the only people that are there for you. And outside of that, you've got to figure out your spiritual walk, what your journey is, who God is to you. I'll tell you what I found of all the different groups that I interviewed, and the real wholehearted Christians that I interviewed, what I saw differently among Christianity and some of the other religions that are out there. No one can come up with a scientific full explanation as to why it is what they believe. There is no really scientific explanation. But what I consistently heard was a life transformation. I heard testimony after testimony of people who believed in God and developed that relationship because of personal testimony, because of something that God did internally within them. And I think that's the bottom line for all of us, is you have to develop that relationship for you, and you really can't count on anybody else to do it. I will say this for me, that I have recommitted my life to God. I've recommitted my life to Jesus Christ, and I believe that that is the way for me. If you're living your life just going day to day without any purpose, without any really vision, then I feel sorry for you, because I've been in that position, and it is incredibly, incredibly empty. So as the Apostle Paul said, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is the power unto salvation. That is the message that I take away from my journey out there, is that God is God, and He's the one that gives meaning, He's the one that gives wholeness, He's the one that gives purpose. And I know in my heart now, I feel an incredible sense of joy, a considerable sense of peace. I'm kind of deciding what my next journey is going to be, but as of right now, I feel tremendous peace about the fact that I've got myself committed someplace, somewhere. And so I encourage you to do the same thing, is to search out really kind of what that is for you, because the reality is I can talk about it, I can try to convince you, I can try not to convince you, and all that doesn't matter. What it comes down to is what's in your heart. And so I encourage you to you don't have to go on a journey to the extent that I went on, but take some time to really search out what truth is. And I believe if you really search it out, I think you'll find it. So for my last video, I am the Deep Truth Traveler. I've already forgotten who I am. Love and peace. God bless. Bye-bye.